There's someone who you respect. They have a very ripened skill set and they want to pick up the pace with you. The universe is also challenging you to show more humility as you go through a time period where your luck is adjusted in some way. So you could, have a change in station going on. You could have where things are just going off and going wild and going crazy. You know, you you could have where your luck is just topsy turvy. Um, but the universe is calling you to be humble about it. And that could even leave you happier in the long run. You're also being challenged to show empathy to a sign of Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. More empathy, which could help you to avoid certain regrets that could crop up if you don't, especially during really difficult times. Because you do make a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries sign to feel safe in something that they're doing, usually. You're truly a blessing to them, whether you realize it or not, especially during a time when they're just not sure about safety or certain things occurring and how to deal with everything and to take everything in stride. That's what they want to be able to do. The advice from your spread is to suggest that you stop overthinking things that has to do, something had to do with planning, a plan that didn't go well, something that you were hoping someone would do that they didn't do, and you may be a little bit irritated about that. But just don't overthink it because it could be that someone knew something had to do with something else. So they were just, you know, like, okay, so you're saying this and I know it's not this, my intuition tells me it's not this, or, they were a little irritated with something someone said, or they didn't like all of the fine print in something. They just felt like things should be easier, but of course they weren't. They didn't want to come through on their end of something, which could have really aggravated you to some degree with this bad planning that's coming in here. So someone didn't think a plan all the way through, or someone didn't want to get caught up in someone saying, okay, it didn't go in accordance to what they wanted. Someone just was a little bit more difficult. And it could be that there were too many steps involved in something, and maybe the person didn't feel trusted enough, and they didn't want to, trust someone else if they weren't going to meet them halfway as far as trust levels are concerned. So it just could be that it wasn't meant to work out like that. It could have been bad timing. And so there was a wrench that vibes placed in there, because all things work together for good for them who love God and are called according to his purpose. And I am led to say that, and that's why I'm interjecting that. It could be, something having to do with faith. And that could be why you're experiencing that, how you've been feeling, some of you. The advice is, again, to stop overthinking that. I want to reiterate that, so that you can release anxiety that's pent up that cannot be healthy for you, no matter who or what you believe in. If it's only energies, or, if some of you are agnostic or what have you, still releasing that anxiety is going to be something positive for you in the long run. Some of you have been neglecting yourselves because you were being faced with feeling like you were put in a position to depend on others too much, quite possibly. Or maybe others were dependent upon you and you didn't really feel like it was you who they should be dependent upon. And that's what's showing up here. um how you've been feeling, that irritation is coming through for some of you, and it's like having you neglect yourself and not just what has been going on. Maybe you've just been so focused on what's going on that you've neglected yourselves, and you can make it up to yourself by being kinder to yourself at this time. And that's what is coming in here. Well, hello to you too. Great to see you chiming in. And thanks for sharing and commenting as well. Love and light. Bye for now.